There's a specific feeling you get when somebody tells you to do something and you can't think of one good reason why they get to. It isn't quite anger. It's more like a small mechanical click of refusal somewhere behind your face, and then you go and do the thing anyway.
Hold on to that, because for almost all of the time our species has existed, that was the entire system of government.
For most of human history, there was nobody in charge of anybody. There was no office to hold. There was nobody who could tell you what to do and reasonably expect it to happen. And the reason that's interesting isn't the reason people usually give. The version everyone reaches for is that they were gentler than us, or simpler, or more communal. That's wrong. People in those groups were exactly as ambitious as anyone in your office. An anthropologist called Christopher Boehm went through the records of dozens of hunting and gathering societies looking for how they managed it. And what he found was an enormous and constant effort to crush it. Somebody was always trying to get above everyone else. It just never worked. So the real question isn't why nobody was in charge. It's how you stop a man taking charge when trying to cost him nothing at all. They had tools for it. Here they are, roughly in order of how much they hurt. The first one is laughing at you. In the Kalahari, there's a custom around a big kill. A man brings in a large animal, which is close to the most useful thing a person can do, and everybody tells him it's rubbish. They stand around it and say, "You brought us this? This bag of bones? We walked all this way for this?" And he's expected to agree with them. He's expected to say, yes, it's a scrawny thing, hardly worth the carrying. An anthropologist called Richard Lee, working out there in the 60s, bought the group the biggest ox he could find as a Christmas present. They spent days telling him it was a skeleton, that it was worthless, that he'd been cheated by whoever sold it to him. He was genuinely upset. Then they butchered it. It was thick with fat. And they explained the joke. You do it every time. You do it especially when the kill is a good one. Because a man who gets told he's a great hunter starts working out that he might be a great man. The second tool is stranger, and it's the cleverest thing I found while making this. When a hunting party kills something, the person who divides up the meat isn't the one who shot it. It's whoever owned the arrow. And arrows move around constantly. They're handed back and forth as gifts all the time. So on any given day, the arrow in your bow probably belongs to somebody else. Which means the best hunter in the group brings down the animal and then stands there while another man hands out the meat. After that, it stops being funny. If somebody starts giving orders, people don't argue with them. They just carry on doing what they were already doing. If that isn't enough, they stop talking to him. If that isn't enough, they leave him out of things until being in the group stops meaning anything at all. And in the records Boehm went through, at the far end of the scale, groups did sometimes kill a man who would not stop trying to dominate them. Quietly, usually with everybody having agreed on it first. Which should change how this sounds. This isn't a society without politics. It's a permanent, exhausting police operation against ambition, running every day and every adult is on the force. Now, the honest problem with everything I've just told you, nearly all of it comes from anthropologists watching living people in the 20th century, in the Kalahari, in the Congo, in Tanzania. It doesn't come from the Stone Age. Reading it backwards 30,000 years is an inference and not a finding, and anyone who tells you it's settled is overselling it. And nobody was in charge is too tidy as well. Influence existed. If you knew where the water was, people followed you to water. If you were the best tracker, people did what you said during a hunt, and then stopped when the hunt ended. The thing that didn't exist is the part where being listened to yesterday means being obeyed tomorrow. But here's why I think the shape of it is right, and it's the thing all of it rests on. Every single one of those tools needs one condition. You have to be able to leave. Mockery only works if the man can't punish you for it. Refusing to help only works if he can't starve you for it. And underneath both of them is the last resort, which is that you and your family pick up everything you own, which is whatever you can carry, and walk to another group where somebody is related to you and never come back. A man standing on a rock giving orders to people who can leave isn't really giving orders. He's making suggestions in a loud voice. Their power over him was logistical rather than moral. And that tells you exactly what changed. It wasn't that people got worse or greedier or forgot how to laugh at each other. What changed is that we started keeping things that can't be carried. Grain in a store, a field somebody cleared, animals that have to be watched. The moment your food is a pile in a building instead of something you go and find, leaving stops being free. And the day leaving stopped being free, every toll on that list stopped working at once. Nothing was taken out of you. You still get the click, you feel it in meetings. What you don't have anymore is the door.